Hello and good evening. I'm Richie and I will be your host for tonight. On behalf of Idea Lab, we are thrilled and excited that you have joined us for the first of a series of digital marketing webinars we have lined up for the year. It truly is an exciting time for Idea Lab and we're glad you can be a part of it. Tonight, to kick off the series, we have a topic that I'm sure will benefit so many social media managers and marketers out there. Whether you're a beginner or a strong veteran in digital marketing, what we will discuss touches on a very important foundation in social media management, a tool we really shouldn't be doing without. Social media content calendars are one of the most crucial aspects of running a smooth social media account. Tonight, we will deconstruct the parts of a social media content calendar, talk about these individual elements, and leave you with a sound foundation upon which you can build your own calendars, either for your personal online accounts or for your clients. But before we get down to the webinar itself, I would like to introduce you to our speaker. With over a decade of digital advertising experience, he has done the work of figuring out what works and doesn't work in social media for us. Without further delay, let us all sit back and enjoy our webinar led by our in-house digital marketing expert, the CEO and founder of Idea, Mr. Jikan Glass.
Thank you, Richie, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us live and welcome. Hopefully, all the lighting here in the house is cooperating. We've got the ring light here in front. We've got the lighting outside also cranked up and turned on. So, thank you for joining us live and for those catching the replay. Now, social media has exploded over the last few years. From being a simple way to connect with family and friends, it's become a formidable tool in online advertising and business awareness. Now, millions of people all over the world now rely on social media to guide their decision making in their daily lives. From what they buy, eat, drink, and wear to where they'll go for the holidays, have get togethers, or spend their days off. Today, we're going to go deeper into a crucial aspect of successful social media marketing, the content calendar. And what is the content calendar, you may ask?
How to create a content calendar. Simply put, a content calendar is a document that helps you schedule your social media posts. It tells you what to post, when, and where. Why make a content calendar? Because it helps you stay organized, consistent, and strategic. This in turn saves you time and boosts your results.
All right. I hope you enjoyed that nice clip. Now, throughout this presentation, we're going to bounce between the team that's prepared amazing walkthrough videos, and you'll see that through the course of this presentation. I mean, Mayan and Richie have really elevated the production team here at Idea Lab, which we're excited to showcase. And then there'll be my segment where we get to go a little bit deeper into the content, but not too deep. Again, we want to make sure that these videos are actionable, really easy to understand, and something that you can get results with. Right? So a content calendar is a schedule that shows all the social media posts you're going to publish according to the date and time, any other specifics and particulars. It's all there. Okay. Now it can be in a document, a spreadsheet, a dashboard format that allows you to plot the content or the materials that you're going to use. Okay. And take note, right? Use the format that works for you, whatever is accessible, whatever is easy for you to use. Now, inside our Facebook group and in the member site, there'll be templates that you can download as well. So anything in the video will also have something that you can download and implement. Like I said, we want it to be simple, something you can take action, get results, and then improve upon moving forward, right? So here we're going to use Google Sheets. It's very accessible, right? And it allows you to plot the content for multiple social media platforms, all right? You as the social media manager, ideally use these calendars to plan the posts, handle your advertising campaigns, and keep track of your different social media strategies. And of course, the platforms. There's so many nowadays. Just internally, we've got over 30 different platforms that we're on that we manage on a day-to-day basis. A well-structured content calendar is the backbone of a consistent, engaging, and targeted social media presence. To get on the calendar itself, we need a solid foundation first. Let's talk about what we need to do to prepare for the actual making of a content calendar. The first part is research and planning. It's where we define our goals. understand our audience, and lay the groundwork for our content strategy. Let me run through this quickly so that we have an overview of these foundations. First, we need to define what we want to achieve, and not just vaguely. We use the SMART framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of saying increase brand awareness, we'd say increase website clicks from social media by 15% next quarter. This gives us a clear target to aim for. Next, we need to know our audience inside and out. Demographics, psychographics, their platform usage, when they're most active, all of these are crucial. We can gather this information through analytics, competitor analysis, and even surveys. Many platforms have built-in tools you can use to analyze your posting data. We won't be discussing data analysis today, but stay tuned for our future webinars on this particular topic.
Step 1. Choose your tools. You can use anything from a simple spreadsheet like Google Sheets or Excel to dedicated social media management platforms. For this tutorial, we'll use Google Sheets because it's free and accessible.
We now need to make the actual content calendar. To make the content calendar, you need to choose your tools. You can use anything at your disposal, and as mentioned, you can use a simple spreadsheet like Google Sheet or Excel for easier and free access. For more comprehensive content creation, you can opt for more dedicated social media management platforms.
Step 2. Set up your spreadsheet. Create these columns: publish date, publish time, status, person in charge, platform, content bucket, content type, medium, service, copy, caption, graphic, call to action, hashtags, link, if applicable, media press release, and remarks.
So just to echo what the team had prepped, right? You want to start adding in these details, column headers into the table or your template. So that would be when you're publishing, what time, who's assigned to do this. In our business today, we have social media managers that handle our different projects. When you're first starting out, you're the owner and you're everything in between. So that includes your acting as a social media manager. If you're outsourcing the work or you have somebody else taking care of this for you, that's the person that would be responsible. So just indicate that in the table, right? Content type. Over time, you'll want to start to sprinkle in variety and use as many different content types. When you're first starting out, or if let's say you're still doing everything in the business, then you're going to want to focus on the type of content that you can put out on a regular basis. When I first got started, I would just use image and basic text or captions, right? Make sure you've got call to actions that are in there so that the audience knows if there's an action to take. And that is clearly indicated in your caption, and other details that you might want to include. Now, in our template, we've evolved this so that even the platform where it's going to go, because we have some content that goes on Facebook, we have some content that is exclusive, let's say for YouTube, we have some content that we're testing only on TikTok, right? So you're going to want to indicate and have that as a header or a field in your table so you can track where that particular content should go, or if it's going to be posted on all of them. We have to now focus on the format of the content we will be posting. When it comes to content format, variety is key, and it does help a lot. Try to use as many different types as possible, but again, if you're just getting started or you have a lot of other obligation and responsibilities in the business, pick a type of content that you can consistently get done for you. Now, you can also inquire with our team on some tips and tricks, or if you wanted to outsource this so that you have variety in your content and somebody else is creating those materials for you. We want to mix up our content formats to keep things interesting. The more features you use on the platform, the better the signal that it sends, and more favorable results that you'll be getting in terms of how your account will be treated by the algorithm on the platform. So this includes text posts, image, videos, stories, carousels, live videos, and even user-generated content. While we need variety, consistency is also vital. We need a regular posting schedule optimized for peak engagement. This ensures our content reaches our audience when they're most likely to see it. So don't forget to populate these cells with the dates and times for posting on your content. We will have other training videos and live sessions where we go into this in detail. So look out for that. Sometimes the sheer number of platforms can overwhelm even the best of us social media marketers. Here's the thing. We don't need to be everywhere. We need to be where our audience is. We choose the platforms that are most relevant to our target audience, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube, and so many others. If you know your audience, then you know where you should be spending your time. To keep things organized, we use content buckets. Content buckets are specific topics assigned to different days and times. This ensures a balanced mix of content and prevents us from focusing too heavily on one area. Some examples of content buckets are motivational quotes, important information, product highlights, services, testimonials. If you need ideas for some of this, again, refer to the template inside of our Facebook group or inside of the membership portal so that you can easily swipe what's in the template and then modify it to what will apply for you and your business.
Step 3. Define your content pillars. Before filling the calendar, identify your content pillars. These are the core themes of your brand. For example, a business might have pillars like tutorials, tips, behind the scenes, and product spotlights.
With our audience in mind, we can establish our content pillars. These are the core themes that resonate with our audience and market. It forms the basis of our content. Think of them as the main topics that we'll be covering over the course of the day, week, month, years to come. Examples could be behind-the-scene glimpses of your business in case this applies for you, product spotlights, industry news. If you look at the examples we've prepared for you, its content pillars are tutorials, tips, behind the scenes, and product spotlights.
Step 4. Populate your calendar. Now start creating content and adding posts to your calendar, focusing on your content pillars. Mix up your content types, images, videos, text, etc., and consider your goals for each post: awareness, engagement, sales.
This is the exciting part, creating the actual content for your template. To do so, try your best and focus on adding some variety every so often, okay? Even if you're the only one doing everything, a little bit of variety can help. But that doesn't take away from the priority of posting consistently and sticking with the schedule. This will help generate and warm up that algorithm so that you have data that you can take a look at and you'll know what adjustments you'll need to make for better results. So mix up your content types: images, videos, text. Don't settle for one content type or format when you have the option to mix things up and go for some variety, even if it's on a rare occasion. For each post, you need to be clear with your goal. Are you aiming for more engagement? Are you trying to sell? Are you planning to raise awareness? That way, it's clear and you can work on the right output to achieve that goal.
Step 5. Schedule and review. Once you have a good amount of content planned, ideally that should be at least 2 to 3 posts per week. Schedule your posts using a scheduling tool or directly within your social media platform. Regularly review your calendar and track your results to refine your strategy. Use the tools found in the platforms to help you analyze your data.
After creating your content, you can start scheduling them in your template. So just to echo what we'd shown you, okay? Ideally, if you were to start, 2 to 3 posts a week. For stories, try to post them every day, multiple times a day, especially on a feature or on a type that would allow for that type of frequency, okay? Now, over time, if you can increase the number of posts and the type of posts, definitely explore that and you'll be guided by the data. For better management, try using a scheduling tool, right? Especially if you're busy and you've got leads or your engagement is at a point where you can now set discovery meetings and focus more on the sales portion of it. So you might want to be able to use or explore scheduling tools. This can help you keep track of your posts and monitor the results so that you can optimize your day-to-day moving forward. There are tools available on the different platforms, especially third-party tools, to help you with what adjustments or optimizations you'll make and things you can do for improvement. We'll cover some of those third-party platforms and paid tools in a separate training.
Step 6, stay flexible. Your content calendar is a guide, not a rigid rule. Be prepared to adapt to trends and current events. That's it. You've now created a content calendar to organize and streamline your social media efforts. Now go create some amazing content.
So you've got the template. Now, keep in mind, you want to stick with this as closely as possible, but that doesn't mean that you won't make any adjustments along the way. Things happen, life gets in the way, adjustments, a meeting will pop up, a new discovery meeting or a possible client will come on board. So yes, right, you'll have to make some changes. But as long as you have your tool, your template, and your roadmap, then this can help you with consistency and really building that audience and fine-tuning the type of content that you create. Try not to be too rigid. Learn to be flexible. Being flexible, you can easily adapt to current and relevant trends. And that's the important part here, right? Having the template of when to post, that way guarantees you have content. But if there's something newsworthy, if something hits the market that is trendy or worth talking about, then add that to the template and the content that you will put out for your audience. Now, what about the actual content creation? The copy should be concise, benefit focused, and tell a story where possible. It should have your personality, the kind of tone you want to inject, and be clear with that. If you're not sure where to start, pick a tone, pick a brand, pick a direction. Something is better than nothing so that you can test and be flexible to adjust and improve over time. The caption you write should either comment or touch upon whatever content type you're putting out there. It should include the relevant keywords for your business, products or services where possible, the location of where you're at, okay, and hashtags, right? This would all encourage not only interaction, but again, the first portion of this is to increase the visibility, right, and building your target audience. Slide 23. Call to actions should be specific and direct. Using action verbs like shop now, learn more, adding a sense of urgency or exclusivity can also be effective, and of course, make it easy for people to take action. When we talk about adding variety, okay, that means not all your posts should be telling people to sell, shop now, or buy, right? Otherwise, you would burn them out. Okay, so some of your content types could be purely for entertainment. It could be purely for educational purposes or something to build a community. So use the different types of call to actions that are found in our template. Again, we've got so many different ones that we've compiled over the decade and plus. So that way you're not using the exact same ones and you can test out different options. Hashtags are important for discoverability and visibility in your local area, okay? Make sure to use relevant hashtags to reach a wider audience. We recommend putting the location of where your business, product, or service is, if it's a brick and mortar. If it's something that can be delivered virtually, then great. You might want to focus on a hashtag that where that has a geolocation of where your target audience is located, for example. This will also allow you to use hashtags for that are exclusive or that you want to represent your business. Let's say you've got a tagline or the business name. Definitely use hashtags and take a look at which platform you're on, because on some platforms you can post a whole bunch, on others you're limited to how many you can use. So you want to take some time, take a look at what's being used, or check the best practices so that you can apply that relevant to the platform you're posting on. And there you have it. You have successfully created and scheduled a content calendar that can last you a month. Now, whenever I train and develop teams, I always challenge them, yes, start with a week, a month. Eventually, you can map out a whole quarter, 6 months worth, a year's worth. This process, once you have systems in place, it's a lot simpler, and you can have things done ahead of time so that you can focus on the other areas that are more urgent, relevant, or just take up more priority, like those discovery calls that can lead to new revenue and new money for your business. Okay? Now, to help you better visualize the content calendar template, I'll show you a sample entry. Now on the screen, you'll see the publish date, publish time, the status, the person in charge of the platform, the content bucket, the type, the medium, and the service. These are filled out with the proper entry, again, just as a reference. Now, this template has evolved in our business. We use a more comprehensive one. You'll find that in the group or in the membership portal. Again, it's a free download. And additionally, here's a sample actual post, right? Including the copy, caption, graphics, call to action, and hashtags. Now, one of the common questions we get asked are on the paid ad side, like in terms of, can we help you develop like creatives or a different version of headlines? Yes, we can do that. And especially on the paid ad side, when you're running significant volume for your e-commerce traffic, or let's say you're doing some high volume affiliate stuff, that's definitely something we can assist with so that you can split test and optimize along the way. So you may also provide additional tabs. Okay, there might be an area for a link, media press release, if that's the format, and other remarks, right? Let's say there's other stakeholders or people involved in your social media process. For example, in our production process, there's a copywriter, there's an editor, there's a multimedia person, there could be a videographer involved as well, a graphic artist. So it depends on the type of creative or post that's going there. Different people need to comment and quality check it, so they're also involved. So our template does allow for that. Okay, now this is what a sample content calendar template entry would look like. Of course, you may customize the tabs to fit your company or your business model and type. In conclusion, a well-planned content calendar template is essential for a successful social media strategy. It can save you time, create efficiency, and that's just less worrying about some things so you can focus on other more important, more pressing concerns in your day-to-day business. It ensures a consistent, engaging, and targeted presence, ultimately helping us to achieve the marketing and business goals. Again, my name is G. Thank you for joining us this evening. Today, depending on where you are in the world, this is going out to different audiences in different countries. We thank you for following and subscribing over the past few years. And we look forward to joining you on the next live and training session. So I'll turn you over back to our host, Richie, for the next part of this webinar.
Thank you, Sir G. Canlas, for breaking down content calendar creation into easy and manageable steps that everyone can follow. And that's it. A huge thank you again to Mr. G. Canlas for sharing his expertise, and to all of you for your engaging questions. We truly appreciate your participation, and we hope you found this webinar informative and valuable. This webinar is the first of a series on a variety of digital marketing topics, so please visit our website at idealab.com or follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Idealab. to stay updated on upcoming events and register for future sessions. To continue your learning journey, register now on our membership portal. Our team just dropped the links in the comment section below for you to access our membership portal, Viber community, and private Facebook group, where you can dive deeper into the courses, ask questions, discuss course topics, and connect with fellow digital marketing enthusiasts. Let's grow and learn together. So before you go, please scan the QR code to receive your certificate of attendance and share your feedback about this webinar. Go out there and practice content calendar creation today. Thank you and have a good evening, everyone.